All right, so something I want to share today is how you can achieve success. This will help you achieve success, whatever your definition of success, with less stress, and might even help you achieve success faster. This is something to do with changing your perspective of what success really is, specific for you. And have you ever, and to start, let me ask you these questions. How do you define success? What is success means for you? For example, if you say have lots of money, okay, how much money? How much money do you need to have to say you're successful? Another question to follow up on that. So think about that. How much money do you think? A lot of people say, $1 million. Okay, so the follow-up question is, how do you come up with that figure? Do you just come up with it because somebody else said so, or is it just because it's a nice round number? How do you come up with that number? How do you come up with the definition of success? And then another follow-up question is, what does that means for you? Like having, let's say for example, you say, I calculated and I need $1 million to say I'm successful, because with having $1 million, so the next question, like I said, is follow up to that, is what will that means for you? Having that success criteria, that definition of success, what is achieving that means for you? So continuing on the example of having $1 million, so that will allow me to not having to rely on my job for income to support my family, to support the lifestyle that I want to have with my family, that we can travel more. Then it will help my wife, so she doesn't have to have a job, then she can be more at home, or she can allow her to pursue some other career options. And it will also help my children, to go after that business idea that they have, and I can help them to get into the real estate market. And also for myself, then I don't have to really 100% rely on my job, that I can feel more safe, secured, and confident that I have enough money set aside, that if something goes wrong with my job, then I'm okay, that my family is okay, something like that. So now back to the questions. What is the definition of success for you? How do you come up with the definition of success? Is that something that you actually think about deeply, and that you can actually feel it, not just something that you pull off the thin air, and something that be a nice have type of thing? I want something that's solid, something that I can actually feel. When we talk about it, you can feel the excitement, you can feel the energy that you want this for real. And what does that really means for you, achieving that success that you define for yourself, not your parents define for you, not your partners define for you, not your boss define for you, or not the society, not your religion define for you. It's something for you. And another question is, how do you want to get there? what I means by that is, how do you want to get, continuing on the example of the $1,000,000, how do you want to achieve that $1,000,000? There are many ways to achieve your goal, right? So how do you want to get there? I want to do it ethically. I want to do it through an ethical business, or I want to have a side business that will help people, or I want to open an e-com store, or I want to do it through a second job. I want to do an Airbnb, or I want to do the investing in the real estate, or investing in the stock market. There are many things to get to the destination. It's how do you want to get there? It's the questions, like something that fits you, your conditions, something that fits your values, something that fits your resources that you have available, something that fits your time. And here's the thing, why do I ask all these questions? Because I want you to define success for you. And this is just from my own experience, that I used to define, just because the way I got brought up, I didn't have, basically I realized that throughout my life, as I was growing up, everything that I do was defined by something else that I see, something else that I read, something else that I learn from. And I was like, okay, that would be good. I saw that guy successful, then it means I have to do it the way they do it. So I'll try to copy it. And it doesn't work. It didn't work. And say, for example, I saw Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah, he did real estate, right? Read a book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and yeah, real estate is a good idea. But then I didn't have the money at the time. I just started my career and no money to invest into real estate. I didn't know what it's all about. I just moved to Canada and starting my career, starting a family. So everything is new, and reading that, I need to invest in real estate, then just stressing me out, because now what I did was I adopt that definition of success, that I need to invest in real estate to be successful. And then another thing is, I started learning about investing in the stock market, and now my definition is, I need to invest in the stock market, and that will means start making money in the stock market, then I'll be successful. And then jump into the business, start reading about business, and like, okay, now if I start investing in business, a business, then it means running business that's start earning me money, then I'll be successful. But you can see, right? Like, I did them all, went through them all, and nothing really works. It works to a point, but nothing really got me off the rat race, so-called, right? The so-called rat race, where I can really just relying on the business or the real estate or the stock market to live on. Looking back, it's the big reflection, the big lessons I learned is that I didn't really know what I want. I just read something and it sounds good. It sounds logical. It made sense. So I said, okay, I'll adopt that. And looking back, I didn't really know. Like I said, the big lesson is I didn't really know what I want, and trying to fit myself, trying to fit my family, trying to fit my conditions, situations to somebody else's definition of success. It's like trying to fit a round peg into a square hole. If the square hole is big enough, then yeah, the round peg is small enough, then it'll fit. But that's the thing. It just didn't work. It didn't work for me. I'll hustle. I'll work hard at it for a while, but then something always felt missing. Something was missing because looking back, I didn't really know what it all meant. It all sounded good. It sounds like, great idea. But because I didn't really know what I really want, what my definition of success is, I didn't even know if whatever I was doing, is successful or not. Was say making $1,000 in the stock market within a month was successful? Does that mean success? But then losing 500, still maintaining profit, is that successful? I didn't know. I didn't have any criteria. It just, at the time, I read something and it sounds good, so I thought that was what successful means, right? And then as I continue to learn, continue to experience work and life, things start to evolve. I tried things, some worked, some didn't. And the more I learn, I come up to this, the final realization, like this is the final answer, that you need to know what success really means for you. And here's the other awareness that it can change. Your definition of success doesn't have to stay the same all the time, and it has level. When you're first starting out, your definition of success, I actually suggest that your definition of success is something that achievable, that you yourself think is achievable. Then you have the motivation to actually go after it, and and then you can gradually up it from there, right? Make it bigger, make it more grand once you achieve that. So it is, and don't make it too big of a step that you feel overwhelmed before you even start. And it all started with this. So if you haven't even started with this one, then your chance of achieving that success gonna be less. So start with this. Start with understanding yourself, understanding what you really want, what you really need, what's important right now, because everything in your life relates to everything else in your life. Your career, your relationship, your health, your finances, everything relates, right? If you here's the thing, if you don't believe me, right? If you have bad relationship, if you have issues with relationship at home, can you say with 100% certainty that you will perform at the same level, you can perform as productive at work as when your relationship is top notch? No, you can't. As much as you want to say yes, you just be lying to yourself. If you have a problem at home, you will not perform as well as you can at work. Whether that be a relationship with your children or with your spouse. Now, it's another thing. If your health is not as good as you want to be, as you could, right? You have sleeping issues and you're overweight, and can you have the best relationship if you have health problems? You cannot. And if you have health issues, then can you perform your work as well as when you don't have your work, when you have your health issues? No, you cannot. So everything relates, and then if you cannot perform well at work, then can you be earning the best? Can you be the best leader that you can be, and can you perform the best that you can be at work, which would help with how much money that you earn? No, you cannot. So everything relates to everything else. And then when you have more money, like when, say for example, you have good finances taken care of, you manage your money well, will you feel better about yourself? Yes. And then will that be able to support you to feel better in your relationship? Yeah. And that will help you to to have more vacation time. You feel better, and then you when you're at work, then you won't be worrying about money as much. Then you can focus more. So everything relates to everything, and then come in this faith, this religion, right? Spirituality. When you're all stressed out and you don't have anything that you could hold off to that will give you hope, can you perform as well? No, you continue to be stressing out, and that impact everything else, right? So I hope I justified enough, prove to you enough that I can get your buy-in, that every part of our life impact every other part of our life. So understand yourself, like what's important for you right now, understanding that you don't have to start working on all your area of your life, understanding that hey, there's part of your area of life that needs more attention right now. So focus on that, knowing that by improving that, you will improve every other area of your life. And adopt this mindset that if everything is important, then nothing is. This will help you feel less stress, knowing that there is just this one area of your life right now that really needs your attention, and by focusing on that, by working on that, it will help you improve all other area of your life. Then once you get that one handle to a certain point, then start adding on to things, and also adopt that mindset that your success definition doesn't have to be this grand big thing, right? Like if you don't, say for example for finance, if you don't have that any money saved aside right now, start with having $500 saved aside, or even $100 saved aside for a month, and then build on that. Now next target, $500. Start to save that, hold that in the bank account, your saving account, and don't spend it for another month. Then build on that, having $1,000, build on that to 10,000, and keep on building on it. Don't even worry about trying to I need to start investing thing. That can come next. For now, just focusing on one step at a time. Because when you start adding on too many things, then you're gonna get overwhelmed. then especially if you're busy, if you're a husband and you're a father and you have other things that you also want to work on, then don't keep on putting too much stress on yourself for now. So there you go. That's it for now. That's what I want to share. Hopefully by adopting this perspective, adopting this mindset, it will help you get to success faster with less stress. So to summarize, understand yourself first. Understand what success means for you. Well, why do you want that success, and what it do for you? And just make sure it's actually your definition of success, not somebody else's definition of success. And that every area of our life, success in one area of our life will affect success in any other area of our life. That every area of our life impact every other area of our lives, and that success definition, your definition of success, can change over time, and start with small and build on that. Don't overshoot ourselves before we even start, right? Like I said, what's the thing that I said last time? Just build on it. Start small and build on that. That will get you further than starting too big and never start. So that's it for now. Hopefully this helps. And let me know what you think in the chat, in the comments below. And as usual, please like, share, and subscribe. Share the video to your friends, to people that you really cares, and hopefully help them as well. And let me know what you think. Really like to know your comments below if there's any other challenge that you face and how this change in perspective has helped you. And let's keep in touch and see how I can continue to help you more in your journey to become the best man, the best husband, the best father, and that you can be. So that's it. Have a great rest of your day. God bless, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.